Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay, hey Lee, we hear you PAs. We hear you PA's finest. Yeah, good. Come on, y'all, get on. We got some stuff to talk about. Yes, we got some stuff to talk about. Hey, Maya, yeah, you're listening in. I had another live, and for some reason I didn't have the sound, so people are going to start now coming over. It was a couple of people. It was about 8 or 9 people on the first live, which I didn't have sound. So um, I want to open up what we're talking about now, and I'm just going to kind of start, and they'll join in. And please send me your questions. Um, the first thing I'm going to open up and let's talk about is what's going on energetically. Now, some of these conversations will require you to do a little homework. Mostly that's what I do. I got to give people homework because I want them to be educated and I want them to understand. Now, if you first sort of come into contact with me at this level, you'll know I'll be speaking in the line of metaphysical, I'll be speaking in the line of spiritual, and I'll be speaking in the line of galactic. Galactic means I'll be speaking about what's going on in the universe, the planets and the galaxies and the different retrogrades that are happening outside of Earth that affect us directly, like the moon. Um, the second thing I'll be speaking about metaphysically, meaning your own power and what you choose to do with it within this. I wouldn't say a phase, it's an age. So we will be talking about the age of Aquarius as well. And the other one is spiritual, meaning more like your healing. How are you healing? Hey, Asha. Thank you, Asha. Asha, you've been on my mind, so send me questions as well. Brother, yeah, this is my frat brother Lee Keels. Welcome aboard, y'all. Welcome, Lee. He's an A5A brother, mine from my chapter. So it's a chapter brother, young brother, younger than me. I'm old as dust. So send me if you have any questions now. You can begin to just send them in. Send them in. Yes, whew, it's a lot going on. Okay, so I'm going to start off with CERN. I'm going to start off with CERN, and this is how you spell CERN. I'm going to start off with CERN. CERN is it's an acronym for a lab. It's actually more. I don't want to say too much about it because what it is a couple of things. But I'm going to tell you the effect of what's going to happen Friday, July 5th. Not Friday, Tuesday, July 5th. July 5th, if you are doing something, you should be doing something filled with a lot of high energy. You need to be up at a higher level on July 5th. On July 5th, as a lot of us already know, these are these little fractures that are about to happen, separations about to happen. It's not so much good and evil as choices that people make. When you have that level of consciousness on the planet collectively, and people have been in that level of conflict, everything we put out is in our atmosphere. So you have that many people angry for that longer period of time, and that energy, that dark matter, as they call it, it's like dark matter, becomes intelligent. And on the 5th, I want you to do your own research, but on the 5th, I don't want to. I want you to do your own research, but I want to tell you. that how to live with it. A lot of science tells you what's going to happen, but they don't tell you how to live with it, and that's where I come in. How to live with that? How do you navigate these new energies that are coming in? You know, I mean, people are on one level of manifestation. They're talking about, oh, manifestation, manifestation, but I think they need to understand the whole scope of what's happening. The whole scope of what's happening. Manifestation is a quarter of it, I guess, and then depending on how you use manifestation, but bringing something into the physical realm um, is a form of is manifestation. Um, Mostly, that's what people are doing. Um, Mostly, that's what people are doing now. Uh, Remember, this is the 4th of July. Our country's in a lot of chaos. Try not to drink a lot of alcohol. Try not to have anything that drops your uh, your level, your consciousness. Um, it will probably begin before around the 4th. They say the 5th, 6th, or 7th. But as things are happening now, you're seeing a lot of people having breaks in reality. That's what I call it. And I don't preach fear. I preach awareness. I don't preach. I share awareness. And in that awareness that I'm sharing with you, I'm also sharing you a life experience. Life experience is very important right now because the different energies are now coming through. And when they come through on that level, you have to know how to navigate this daily, weekly, monthly. So, um, let's talk about how you're feeling. How you're feeling. And when I say feeling, I'm not talking about just emotionally. In fact, really, I'm not talking about emotions. I'm talking about your body. How's your body feeling? How's your energy feeling? How's your thought? I know a lot of us are finding it hard to stay focused. I'm telling you, we are finding this very difficult to stay focused. And I mean, not on a goal or anything, but daily tasks become mundane. The energy is gone, and we need to recognize when the energy is leaving. The energy is leaving that level of reality. And so it doesn't mean that it's over. Hey, Nikki, hey, you're over here. Good. It doesn't mean that it's over. It just means that it's leaving this part of the reality, so it doesn't have as much energy. Your day-to-day tasks are not going to be, it's going to be mundane. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly's on too. Great, great. We got Asha and Kelly on. I want you guys to start asking me questions. This is my online water galleries, as you know, are interactive. So I run my mouth to a certain level, and after that, then it's necessary for you to start speaking and start telling me, start showing me, what you know. Most of you are hearing more. Okay, Lee, great, brother. You're interested about hearing more galactic. Okay. There are three major types of prehistoric, pre-humanoid beings um, that are within us. We are the product of an evolution, and so there's one group that's been active in our DNA, and that is Arcturian, and that's Arcturian, Arcturian. Let me kind of type that in so that you'll understand. That's Arcturian. Um, and these are a lot of us on this panel have Arcturian DNA. Then there's Pleiadians, and a lot of us on this panel, on this group, have Pleiadian DNA, and then there's Lemurians. There's also Atlanteans, and there's a lot of cross breeding going on. But it's like I'm a human and I'm a black man, and what you see first is what you see first. Well, that's how it's laid out throughout our DNA. So that means that I might be a Pleiadian, but I might be Arcturian. I might be in an Arcturian world. Um, That means that I might work in law enforcement. But the way I work in it, it could be like a judge. I'm not arresting people. I am sitting in between and having them sort of, I see both sides of things. We at war. Asha says we at war. Wait a minute, let me answer at least last one, and I'll get to Asha. Uh, Lemurians are, and there are a lot of people that know more about Lemurians than I do. Lemurian people are of a Middle Earth energy. They haven't actually left as much as the Arcturians and Pleiadians have left. So they haven't actually left. Asha, we at war. Um, Actually, we're at peace. Actually, we're at peace, which instigated war. We became more peaceful, which then started wars. More. I wouldn't say wars, more activity, more warlike activity, but it was always a war. We became more peaceful. This is a resistance. This is not an oppression. Yes. Kelly, two people asked, should we be concerned about certain activity? Yes, yeah, yep, yep. And if you listen to the very beginning of this, I talked about that. Yes, you should. July 5th. Certain activity on July 5th will affect us. Well, I'll do it real quick. Certain activity on July 5th will affect us. I would suggest you not drink anything that's going to drop your frequency. I suggest you be aware of it. I don't want for people to be overly aware of it to the point where they are manufacturing high vibration. This is a result of um, consciousness. So it's like you should be already running. So you need to go if you meaning like you just kind of wake up at a higher vibration. You have to get higher, but to do something to get higher, eh, let it flow because these are new energies. That means you doing something to get somewhere is not within you. It has to be more within you now, as opposed to like doing something, or we're going to do an event and we're going to raise the vibration. No, I this is a personal thing. Crossbreeding of Nikki, yes. Crossbreeding of star seeds, yes. The crossbreeding of star seeds, like you were saying, with the mixture of, I was saying with Arcturian and Pleiadian, I was speaking to Brother Lee about Arcturian and Pleiadian. Those particular well, when we speak about star seeds, we have to speak about crystal children. You know, they're star seeds, but there is a phase where crystal children were beginning to be born in 1990. They were the ones that broke the system. All the Prozac and all that stuff was developed from them because they had more DNA. And so they were going to break the system. And a lot of the couple, we know, crystal children are now 30 now. Now they were the ones that, I mean, we had star seeds, and I'm an indigo child, so we had star seeds. But crystal children were born with a heightened sense of galactic knowledge. They're not quite sure if they know what that is, but many of them do now. And so they come with Lemurian, Arcturian activity within their DNA, where ours is quote unquote dormant, theirs is not as dormant. Um, they have a power. Um, and with this power, it's a power to break through. They are going to break the system and build it back up. They come in the time of chaos. They come in the time of chaos. They are supposed to uh, do something with this chaos, but they came to break whatever is there. Now, does it mean all of them? No, it doesn't mean all of them. But their purpose is to change something in the collective, and they have. They have. They're doing it now. Ask me more questions. And if you don't understand something, please just let me stop. I'm going to go down. Hey, Christy. Okay. Uh, so, financially, are you ready for me to talk about finances? This answers a lot I'm going through with my son. Wise beyond 11. I have to parent different. Yes. Oh, that's little man. That's old man. He's only 11. Um, I'm going to tell you, if you have kids right now, if you have kids right now, young kids right now, my suggestion um, is to expose them with boundaries. Never underestimate their need for our wisdom. Never underestimate their need for our wisdom. So there are certain boundaries that are taught to them. Now, these are not boundaries like in our culture boundaries or in our society boundaries. These are more like rules, galactic rules, boundaries. And you will have to teach your children this. Others have always taught their children, but with these kind of crystal children, you have to teach them psychic boundaries. And I'm sure many of you know this. On some level, many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Christy, CERN, if you go when this is over, go to the beginning of it, but it's deep. So go to the beginning of it, and because we're going to catch up, we're going to stay posted. We're going to talk about it a couple of times, but we're going to kind of move in through it, so I can be able to help you with that. But on July 5th, CERN, there's a lot of antimatter that's going to be coming out on the planet, and that's going to cause a lot of chaos. Now, some people believe it, others don't. But I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I was there in the first. Kelly and Asha, we were there in the first ascension down back in 2011, 2012. These things are not shocking to us at this point. There's a lot of people that are not shocked. We've been on this path, and it has literally whatever was predicted happened completely. So, but yes, Kelly, never underestimate their children needs, but yes, right, yes, they are making yes. They need our wisdom. Financially, I need a yes. Is somebody gonna? You weren't ready me to talk about your financials? Nope, another level. Nope, another level. Hi, Brandy. Nope, another level. Yeah, right. Yep, got that. Yep. Hi, Brandy. Okay, so if anybody want me to talk about financials, how you're doing financially. Maybe talk about the money. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. You make your money in your sleep. And I'm going to say this in a different way so you understand what I'm saying. You go to thought. You go to bed like you're rich. People are manifesting out, and I love it. I love people manifesting out in nature and things like that. But babe, you got to get up in that subconscious mind. You got to get up in your subconscious mind. You got to turn that shit to where it works for you, your subconscious mind. So a lot of what I do at night in sleeping. I do at night. So it's almost like it's not a vision board. It's nothing of a tool. It's you believing in you and what you want. And at night, envision yourself sitting in that, feeling that. Before you go to bed, you bring that energy. Like whatever success is for you, you go to bed with it. Yet go to bed like you're rich. Because that right now is where the work is done. Now these techniques are probably going to be about 3-4 years. The majority of people are manifesting in their wake state. They're not manifesting in their subconscious. They haven't made that leap yet to discover their subconscious. But those of us who have, we pave the way to teach them how to do it. But right now, it's all about your sleep consciousness. It's all about brown noise. Get yourself some brown noise. Google, put it on YouTube. It's called brown noise. And brown noise, Right now, baby, that's like a pain reliever. What brown noise does is that it instantly cuts out the noise in your head. I mean, people say, there are different frequencies, but there are different frequencies. It's like opening up a door. You're a higher frequency, but there are a lot of higher frequencies. But brown noise is that noise that turns off everything. So get into brown noise, especially at night. Train your mind to turn the thoughts off so that you can plant them in. In fact, as you're meditating and as you are creating through your dream state, you should have brown noise playing because it will take out those extra voices that are not supposed to be there. Brown noise. Lee, brother Lee, I'm more conscious from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m. After that, my mind wanders. Yes, 4 is the angelic number. 11 is also a high number. Basically, brother, you need to look up 411. You need to look up 411, and you're going to see all what you need to see on that. 411, I use Father Padre. Just put in angel numbers, 411, and let the spirit lead you. My productivity in my after that, my productivity in my mind wanders. No, after that, you become um, it's like spiritual. There's a spiritual part of you that you're missing. Hold on for a second. There's a spiritual part that you're missing, and you're ready to discover it. Um, let's see. Ah, okay. Uh, I want to tell you something, but I can't. I can't get it all the way out. But sleep with a glass of water by your head. Um, what's happening is that you're going into another dimension. You're actually coming out of your sleep in another dimension as well. I'm sure everybody must think you're on some other shit right now. Stay there. It works for you. You probably are a crystal child or close to it. So stay close. Hang with me for a moment and send me some inboxes, frat. We got some stuff to talk about. Charlisa Harrell, another Brockport alumni. I keep seeing 444s. Yes, you are going to continue to see 444s. Those are your angelic numbers. Um, when people see 444, they need to stop and think about what they were thinking about right at that time and get that information. And it doesn't stop. We'll be 100 years old if this sort of linear time stays in our reality. We will always. It's a guidance. It's like a signal. So it's not something that's going away. Once you see the signal forever. As long as you're in this physical realm, you see the signals forever. They've always been there. We just haven't been conscious enough. I mean, we haven't been able to raise our conscious enough so the synchronicity of the signals come through. And you are. And so yeah, you're doing pretty good. Uh, ask me some more questions. Ask me more questions. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Ah, who did that? Nikki. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. I see more. Yeah, Nikki, right on it. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for that. Um, I use this website as an book. Yes, I use that too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everyone should now have this. I mean, I don't know if they have an app. I think they do. You should always have your tools around you. You should always have a compass around you. So if you see 444, not only what you're thinking about, but where are you facing? And where are you within your day? If you're always on the phone, but where are you on the phone? It's layers. The messages that the universe sends you in layers. You get as much as you can see and process. So, financially, this is what we need to do. And As the currency begins to break down and things begin to happen, I'm not going to go into all of that. I wish I could, and I might be doing more and more of these lives so that I can sort of slow down and tell you what's going on, and for you, not for you to catch up, but to jump on the board. You know, you may not be going in my direction, but I want to share the information anyway. Um, Financially, right now, we're in an interesting realm because economies are coming down, things are coming down. Now, there are people who are sleepwalking, meaning um, they're moving around, but they're still slightly asleep. They haven't accepted the whole change. And accepting the whole change is not easy. You know, it's almost like detoxing off some type of drug or something. You have to accept a new life. You see it happening all around the country. I mean, not all around the country, all around the world. But do you really understand what's actually happening? And so it's happening on an energetic level as well. That means that we are also freeing ourselves to create our lives. There are no us against them. They are all us, and we are all them. And it's hard because every day you see someone do something that you, you don't understand their thinking. You don't understand that. Well, you're looking at different levels of consciousness because they're probably looking at us and saying, I don't understand your thinking either. And here we are, you know. And so are we um, going to talk this out? No, because humans are known to talk and lie. This is through energy. You have fucked up energy. You look like you have fucked up energy. You talk like you got fucked up energy. And you want to be around a lot of other people who got fucked up energy. And that's okay. And I'm saying fucked up, that's my judgment, because that's my judgment, that's where I stand. It doesn't mean that I hate you, you should be destroyed, but you have that energy, that chaotic energy, that was a phase. We call it fucked up energy. Some people call it stinking thinking. It's like a phase where your energy's not right. And you see it all the time on Facebook. People, you know, and you see it all the time when people are awakening in that area and everybody around them is asleep and they screaming, "Oh, I'm gonna cut you off," and no, 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 no. No, you no longer belong in that area anymore. You were part of that tribe, and then when you woke up, you realized, "Oh, I'm not part of this tribe." But now you're angry. You know why you're angry? Because you see the truth. You see yourself. You see yourself in those people because you were them. And now those people are getting on your nerves and everything like that. And we get it. We get it. We get the whole thing. Because we've been through it. But what we're saying to you is during this time, you need to get done. If it's the people that are in your environment, it's you. You have the freedom to remove them. You're not even removing them. They're going to be removed anyway. But what we're trying to say is raise your frequency. Understand the process. Understand how you got to to where you are. You have to understand that. You do. You the part of ascension is understanding. It's not just you rise in frequency like you're going to be some guru somewhere and just sit somewhere and you'd what? No, this is not that type of time. This is not that time. You weren't born in that time. You read about that time, but you were not born in that time. This time that right now, it's about understanding. It's about talking to people from your heart. You have to understand the process of complete um, uh, evolution. You have to understand that process. For you to even teach it to your children, you have to understand that process. And so right now, what I'm saying is even your financial energy is attached to raising your vibration so that situations don't get in. And it's difficult and it's hard. And no, you, I don't care what nobody's trying to tell you, you don't master that. You balance that. You don't, you don't, you know, you don't master that. That's part of the planet. You balance that. And how you balance is that you understand it, you understand it. You say, "Oh, okay, I was them, and this is me now, and but I was them, and I don't want to be around them because I'm not that person. I'm not those groups of people. But yet you have to remember the program that we're on is insidious. So that means that you're not those people, but you watch that same program. And that program is putting you to sleep or is injecting whatever they're eating into you. And you can ring your bells and chimes, and I do all the time. I constantly have to balance myself. It's not something that you stop doing because we live in a world where it's very chaotic. Um, and if it's very chaotic, it gets on you. These are my brothers. These are my sisters. I'm not separate from anyone on this planet like that. Every person that's sitting on this planet is sitting in this planet or sitting operating this planet right now. Every emotion they've had, I probably had 95% of them. 90% of those emotions. I mean, we all have the same emotions. They pendulum swing, but we understand how a person can be extreme because of um, the collective emotions. Okay. Oh, Jerry's here. Oh, hell. Oh, understand the process. Yes. I feel like I've gone through. I feel like I have gone to heaven here. Wasn't. I'm gonna make this happen. I should have done this. Yeah. Yeah. Up there. You went home. You went home, Jerry. I'm glad you got home. I'm glad, but we'll talk. I'm glad you got home. I really am. Uh, yes, you have to understand the process. Okay, can you help me have better financial energy because I had a clear negative belief system after I healed childhood, but yet I'm not quite sure how to do things differently now, or can you give me some pointers? There's some growth here, and it's great. I mean, thank you for the question. Totally, thank you for the question. Um, because there are things moving slowly in Nashville. Um, I'll say this to you. You're not Nashville. You were never sent there to be Nashville. Be who you are, Lindsay. That's where the money is. Be who you are. Be who you are. You don't have to push, pull, or kick or anything, but just be who you are, spiritual. Be who you are and see if that works for you. How do you go about doing that? You said you had to clear a negative belief system after I healed the childhood trauma. I'm going to do a leap with you and add this into your thinking for a moment. Um, and I know this is going to be probably people going to say, "Oh, Lawrence, what are you talking about?" The victim is also the perpetrator, and the perpetrator is also the victim in past lives. You're on a soul experience, Lindsay. Some of this is not going to make sense in this lifetime, but you are on the soul. You have multiple experiences. Like you have multiple trauma. You have multiple experiences, but it doesn't show up because you're seeking to understand these particular traumas, human nature, and you know it, and it pisses you off. I'm sure it does. It should, but it brings out who you are, the loving spirit that you have. Unconditional love is what we're all trying to achieve here. If there's anything that we have that all humans can possess is unconditional love. If there's anything, we go into a state of unconditional love, um, we become ascended. Now you can ascend in frequencies and you can ascend in all those things. All those things are tools. All those things are great. But if you can go into your heart and look at somebody and unconditionally love them without judging them or without needing anything from them, but just love them, love them for who they are, then you have reached the goal in this life. You've reached the goal. To unconditionally love someone is to understand who you are because it's not a blanket love. It's not something like, okay, I unconditionally love you and he unconditionally loves you and we all unconditionally love you. No, to unconditionally love someone, you have to get over the conditions that were programmed in you to judge. And I don't mean just say, I'm not judging, I mean go deep. And I think that's why your negative belief system trauma from your childhood is going to change. You'll understand. You'll understand some things. Um, Now, I'd like to talk to you guys about food. Um, I'd also like to tell you about, for you to look outside the realms of the United States, some of you, you know, um, see if you can also set up another place somewhere else. This is a good time. We have the time to do this. You're welcome, Lindsay. Um, we have the time to do this. We have we have a lot of time to do this. So, if you feel that you need to leave, leave. If you feel that you need to leave and stay here and have two places, do that. Do that. If you feel that you, and someone on here has this, so I don't know who this is, and they may not even be on right now, but they might be watching it. I'm going to tell it to you. Some of you need to study galactic healing really deeply. A lot of the healing, a lot of the civilization of man on this planet is a lot of the misunderstandings comes from pre-human civilization DNA within us. When people say we're animals, they say, yeah, we're animals. Well, what are the animals? What are they? It's just animals? No. They evolved from something as well. And so you see multiple evolutions within our planet. We have animal evolution, we have bird evolution, everything's evolution. And um, man is connected to bird and animal as well. So there are certain bird energies that man has. Yes. There's certain bird energies that man has. And you have to understand that. I mean, we have in Egyptian, ancient Egyptian mythology studies when you see the bird Anubis, the bird and the man, Anubis. And we never go there. We never understand. There's always some lion or some cat or some dog or some wolf. Again, we need to get deeper and get out of that program and understand, yeah, there are people who are bird people. You know, I am sometimes a bird person. I have to get up in the mountains. It's as simple as that. I like to get up high. I like a bird's eye view of everything. Everything. I like expanse. I choose the lakes so that I can get a bird's eye view. If you see me, I always got a drone in my pocket. I got to see the whole thing. I can't. It's just I like to see it like that, and that's how I've always seen the world from a bird's eye view. Doesn't mean I've seen it right. I just see over it. You know, doesn't mean that what I'm watching it is right. It's just I'm watching it from that view. Um, Galactic healing, um, studying planets, studying who's connected to Saturn, who's connected to Venus, who's connected to the moon. You can just start galactic healing with moon people. You can just start, that's the only object past the sun that we see in the sky. Look at the moon. See, we can get to galactic healing through the moon. We can get the understanding of the other types of healing, but the moon is associated with our, what they say, our emotional system. And so galactic healing starts there because it's more of a collective we all are experiencing. Lindsay, I keep seeing black butterflies lately. What's the meaning behind it? If they're black, because I've never seen them before until lately. Well, butterflies are transformations. I'm finding that they're black and they will probably have some blue. Hola, Melanie. Um, Mel. Hey, who's that? Delilah. I was called Delilah. I'm finding that they have blue. Um, I used to know what black butterflies meant. I think I know more about what they're attracted to. They usually come out right about now, June. They're a little late, Yeah, maybe right around my birthday. Yeah, it's around my birthday. Every time I see them in Arkansas when I go to Arkansas. Every time I see them, they tend to feel an energy of light around certain people. Like they tend to get much closer to you than other butterflies. What about these bees and swap? They want to take rest on my house and porch and do it, please. Okay, because they're feeling the energy. You are connected to them. You're in the realm with them. Hello, Phoenix. You're in the realm with them, meaning it's very like Disney. Like when I go into the forest, I'm not fighting mosquitoes or anything or flies or anything like that. They're landing on me because they know I'm one of them. It's a certain frequency of, um, but Asha, you're doing something that's attracting to them. It's like, what's the name of that movie? And oh god, oh gosh, wait a minute, Asha and Kelly. What's the name of this movie? The Secret House, The Secret Life of Bees. I think y'all need to pop that in. I think you need to watch that again. I really think you two need to watch that again. In fact, I think you two need to watch that again and do a class on it. You need to watch The Secret Life of Bees and do a class on that again. Now that when people first saw that movie, they were not as conscious as they are now. Now when you revisit it, you can be able to explain to them what that means. Bees are a good sign. Bees are always a good. Thank you, Ma. Bees are always a good sign. Um, hey, spirits, how are you? Okay, bees are always a good sign. Um, birds are a good sign. Birds are a good sign. Bees are the winged creatures are a good sign. That's an energy. You know, your aura is a lot bigger than where you are. So you're sitting in your house, your aura is like a block away. It's just stuck out like that. People feel you. That's why when someone can say, "I felt you in this building. I felt that you were here," it was their aura. Their aura is big, and it doesn't always stay big. You're not walking around with a huge aura all the time. You don't need it. But there are certain times where your aura comes out. It just expands out. And it's a process. It's basically what we were before we got into this program of oppression. We had huge auras. We thought like the planet. Yes, we thought by the planet. We begin to um, we begin to understand the different complexities of this planet through nature, through the water, through the galaxy. Now, just in nature, you sit out in nature and you can see the complexities of nature. You can see how it supports itself and supports us, even though we're really not as conscious as we should be about it. When you understand that even the um, ascension process is taking place in animals and in bees as well, when you understand that, when you understand that, then you can go out in nature and you can actually emulate something. I mean, I got these ducks at the lake and they teaching me a whole bunch of stuff. They just raise ducklings and they teaching us a whole lot of things. Teaching us, they showed me to respect the water, the current. For them, it's all about current. From that, I took about flow, and I got it from a winged creature, bird's eye view of the lake. That's how you go into it. Okay, let's see. Uh, thank you so much. Yes. What about geckos, lizards? Yes, Christy, geckos and lizards. Yes, yes. Um, there are people who consider all lizards reptilian. Um, I don't. I don't think they're all. Reptilians have this. People have said things about them like, "Oh, it's a snake and you're low down," and it's foundational. It's foundational. There's no creature on this planet that is evil. There's no creature formed to just be evil to other animals and creatures on the planet. Not even us. So there's nothing wrong with the lizards. I just want to let people know. I know you didn't say that, but I just want to let people know that. Right now, what's happening with you, Christy, is your foundation. I'm sure it makes sense. Real estate agent, real estate broker, all that makes sense. Foundation. Right now, you need some foundation. Um, they're coming to you because it's foundational movement. So you can look at it that I always see when I see lizards moving like that, geckos around. I'm like, this is some foundational movement stuff going on about to happen because they're showing it to me, and somehow I'm them, and they don't need to be in my world. But if I see a lot of them, I'm like, okay, I'm what you're trying to show me because sometimes the messages in your life are right there all the time. I've been going to, oh, Nikki said, okay, yep, oh, great for the question. Nikki, I was stung 4 times in 10 seconds this week. You part B. You might just grow some wings, Nikki, because you part B now. They love you. They love you. Secret life of, okay. Let's see. I'm going to go down the questions. I've been going to the lake near Nashville and I've been feeling something in the festival. Yes, yes, yes. It is raising your vibe because I'm raising my vibration. Yes, it's responding to you. Anthony, moving into snake territory is the meaning behind their bold presence. Um, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this because I live where you live. Uh, Snakes are not trying to mess with anyone. In fact, you're moving in snake and gator places, so it's a lot of that going on. I don't think you'll have any fear of it. Um, I stayed when I was there. It's interesting that um, it's a respect for them. It's just a respect for where they are and what they're doing. They don't want to mess with you. You don't want to mess with them. The the bold the bold presence of them signifies grounding. It's like a snakes are roots. They're roots. They are the kundalini. It's that root chakra. And so Anthony, look up Kundalini. That could be the presence that you're seeking, and that basically dead on, Anthony. Uh, Kundalini. Do some Kundalini exercises. Just Google something. I think it'll roll right off, and you'll be able to use it. But yeah, you're right. It does have a bold presence in your life right now. Let's see. Uh, so when I was traveling, I ran into a lot of interesting people. Um, I ran into a lot of my soul family. I always do. I always run into people that just come up to me, and I come up to them and be like, "Hey, you on your journey?" They're like, "Yeah." You're welcome. Yes, yes, you're welcome, Anthony. And so I offer that you travel, but I don't. Here's the thing. I would like, hey, Lori, I would like for people to travel small trips. I think a lot of big trips. Right now, you need to travel the next state over. You know, we need to discover America in a way. It will not always be this way. This is ancestors of here. These are our ancestors who built this country. And so it's not always about going to another country right now, right now. Not that you you know you wouldn't want to see something else, but you have to understand if there's a chance that things in this country, as this world is going, may not be here. It's an evolution. It's happened in our country multiple times, and that's why history has to be examined over and over again because things that were there are no longer anymore, and only the people around who left record could tell it. So leave record. There's certain things that you need to experience in this country. Um, my next thing, and I want to go back to Niagara Falls. I haven't been there since college, and I need to see that wonder of the world. I need to see that. I don't need to be somewhere else. I need to see what's in America. I love this country. I'm an American shaman because I love America. All of my healings and all of my teachings are coming from America. They're coming from here. They're coming from the people of America. Um, and I just feel like, and I could be wrong, but I just feel like, hey, right about now, we need to discover what's beautiful in America. What's beautiful. And what I mean by going to the next state over, just discovering things that are beautiful in this country, beautiful that the universe has allowed you to experience. And in other countries, they don't have that level of freedom. But we do. And experience it. You get a lot of information. Because from this country, you jump off, meaning from this country, we don't know what's going on. So whatever you anchor in now is a jump off. So you need to know what's available to you right now. You need to know what's available to you right now. You need to say, okay, is it land? It may not be a condo. And here's another thing. It may not be a condo. It may not even be a house. It might be a field where you plant something because getting back down to basics, food is going to be the number one commodity. It always has been. Not always has been, but it's a commodity. It's a very strong commodity in this country. Food and the transportation of it and the keeping it fresh. So, like, go deep into how this country got its wealth in its basic form. Stop following people who are talking about money that doesn't exist. It's a number on a screen somewhere. Humans been on this planet a long time. You know, this new age, this industrial revolution is 100 years old. But that land and that food been there a long time. Sometimes you have to go right down to basics and get you a plot of land somewhere. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to move and grow, but own something that can yield something from you, even though you're not there. It could yield food for you, housing. You have to, and I understand where we are, and so I want to keep reiterating. There's no judgment to this, but we're in this special time of life where you can make a big change in your life, in the lives of others. But you have to be aware. You have to see past what you're being told. You have to do your own research. And you have to use all aspects of you, your spiritual aspects, your metaphysical aspects, all aspects of you have to use at this point. If you're not using everything in your toolbox right now, then you're making it hard for yourself. If I don't see, if information is coming to me and I'm not intuiting it, meaning, is this for me? Or am I guided to hear this information? Then I'm not using all my tools in the tools box. There's information I know as soon as it comes out, oh yeah, I'm going to really get this. I'm going to understand this. Now, understanding and understanding things doesn't mean that immediately the next day you move. Like, we're understanding CERN. We're not moving right away because we need to see what's actually going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes the knowledge of things come to you months and weeks before the event actually happens. Because it's about you navigating through the event. It could be family event, any financial event, anything, event that's going to come through your life that's going to change it. But it's like the knowledge and the understanding of it so you can navigate and get the best out of it. And now you're not always going to make the right decisions. There are no right decisions or wrong decisions. They're just decisions that you make with the information you have. So right now, we're new moon energy, but we're headed to the full moon, and CERN is in the middle of that. So on top of that, we're getting ready to have more emotion. The hot July and August, the dog days are coming up. So this is about to pop off. And it may not pop off in America. It doesn't necessarily. This is a global thing. But what we're concerned about and what the people of light are concerned about is keeping the vibration high. Keeping the vibration high around us And some of this is not about serving others. It's literally, I need to keep my vibration high, because if not, I fall into some type of depression or some type of malaise of energy that makes me feel sluggish and things of that nature. And here's another thing. If you're not doing a lot, don't you dare worry about it. If you feel so unmotivated that you stay in the bed all day, you're not staying in the bed all day. You're using another form of your body. You're not using your physical body. You're using other forms of your body. You're using um, your etheric body. You're using your spiritual body. You know, the physical body is just one aspect of you. You have other bodies. And you're going to start to discover that, because those other bodies are now becoming active because of what's happening on the planet. And so that's part of the ascension and awakening process as well, is that you come into contact with other parts of your system, and other parts of your system just can't, they, you can't be moving around. It ain't that type of party. You need to lay down, because we need to work. And that's when your dream state sort of takes over your your conscious state. You know, your dream state is like, we're not done, so you're gonna have to lay it down a couple more hours in the course of a day. I take a nap every day. I don't think and I never, I was always a sleeper, but I take a nap every day. Period. I'm gonna knock it down. I'm gonna rest it down. And people are may not have the time to take a nap. Um, then relax for 20 or 30 minutes. See, where you spiral off is that you you go on a marathon run in your day, and you go from 7 to 11, and you haven't set it down, and so you can't do that anymore. You have to rest. You have to take a break. The energy is too strong. It's not the energy. It's the energy, and it's the energy of other people around you. Been grieving the death of my dog today. Why is those ones? Yeah, I know, Mia. The babies are those babies, you know. But yeah, you're gonna get another one. That baby's gonna send you another one. Yeah, yaps, naps up. Phoenix, Scott. Yes, Phoenix. Yes, I took 2 naps yesterday. Yes, yeah, yeah. Naps are essential. If you don't have any naps, you're frying yourself. This is why I feel energy work is more important than ever. Our auras are smoggy, depleting the body. Yes, Asha, as well. Energy work is more important than ever. Um, Personal energy work, group energy work, nature energy work is very important. I don't remember my dreams like I used to, but I feel them while I have them. Other dimensions, I'm sure. Yes. Let's see what Asha. Asha, our auras are smoggy. Well, they are being bombarded with. Um, when we wake up, we come into contact with other beings, you know, and it's one thing when we're not aware of them. It's another thing when we become aware of them, and so um, there's a certain clip. But Asha, you're going to develop something, and it's not. It's actually not what you've been doing. It's something new for this part of the ascension process, because now there's like millions of us. When you and I and Kelly, we first came around, it was few and far between, but now everyone is awakening. So that process, you're going to sort of create something. You already know what it is. It has a lot of symbols to it. You already know what it is already. You just have to lay it out. And it's a different clientele. They're going to stretch you, Asha. You and Kelly are about to be stretched. And trust me, uh, it, it's necessary. There are people that need you. I don't remember my dreams like I used to, but I feel them while I have them. Other dimensions, I'm sure. Yes. Um, Kelly, you're very active in. I wouldn't even call it a dream state. It's another dimension that you are coming in contact. You can't bring all of it over in this dimension, because you almost like you can know too much. You could really know too much and live in a very dense society and know too much. So it comes out to you when you need it. I'm sure you've had a dream like we have the last couple of nights. They've been like last night. I had a dream. I was like, Man, I've been six, seven people call me out of the clue. I was like, man, I had a dream about you. And he's like, yeah, that's why I call you. You know. So yes, you're in other dimensions. We are multidimensional things, and you're in another dimension, Kelly. You have to take care of an animal. Kelly, you have to take care of an animal. Asha, as a licensed therapist, people not crazy. They're shedding. Yes, yes, they're not crazy. They're shedding. Here's the thing. Well, I'm going to say this to you, Asha. Um, are they? They are shedding. Um, mm, do some studies in past life. What you do has to do with past life, but it's not called past life. But people understand it's something that um, the soul healing. There you go. It's the soul part of them that you need. Okay, so let me keep going. Oh, we got some questions. We on fire now. Hey, Zenobia, Phoenix Sky. And I saw three black and yellow butterflies today in the park and saw the same butterfly 2 days ago and was like, hey, spirit guys. Plus saw a moth yesterday in my location where I'm staying. So my spirit arrows are making their presence known to me. Yes, and you do live in a very magical place as well. Oh, Phoenix. Anthony, if you're still on, this is the young lady that I was talking to you about a couple of nights ago. It's Phoenix Sky. You guys link up. He's moving to the area that you are, and you came up in a conversation. This is weird. Yeah, not weird. It's great. Oh, that makes sense, Lindsay. So as we ascend, dark forces try harder to manipulate us. I recently had a dream where a dark entity was trying to prove to me he was stronger than me, and I was afraid, which is weird because the stronger I become spiritually, I don't shelve. I become because the stronger I become spiritually, I don't get shelved like that. So I thought maybe it's because I've leveled up. Is that a thing? Um, yeah. Um, Here's another thing. Don't underestimate your own dark force, and don't underestimate that being was not you. You gotta. Not saying it is, but just think about it. It talked to you with the right language. Shaken. You okay? You made a choice, and that choice is good. What you made. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I never remember my dreams. Put a glass of water by your head. Clear glass of water by your head. You need water. Patricia, you're still on. I'm fast and late, just in time. Hey, sister. Yes, we're still on. Hey, Kim, Phoenix. Hey, Anthony. Yes, yes. And hey, Lena. I love it. Miss you too. Oh my gosh. Love it. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, sister, cousin, love you. Yes, 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 yes. I'm fashionably late. So, um, what we were talking about, and if there's another question, I'm just going to break in and answer it because I'm really here to answer your questions. Um, I'm going to bring up another thing, and I don't want to stay too long on the light and dark forces because that's where everything is going. You have to understand what that means. You have to understand what that means because depending on where you sit, we can be considered dark to a dark person because they may not believe that we are really who we really are. You know, it's all perspective. You know, but understand this: we all have the God gene. We all have the capability of loving. Everything on this planet has the capability of love. It's all in love. And yes, we are going to fight, and we're probably going to hurt people, and this whole thing is going to be a mess. Um, but understand this: it's your personal choice on how you're going to have this reality affect you. If you want to fight, there'll be more than enough people to fight you. If you want peace, there'll be more than enough people to be peaceful with you. Continually think about peace. Fight the need to fight. You're not going to win all the time. It's not about winning all the time. It's about understanding a program that you're on and you're fighting against it. You're understanding the process. It's not going to happen overnight, but it'll get a lot better from the moment that you accept that you chose life of love. And a life of love is difficult. It's difficult to choose a life of love. It's very hard. People um, don't love themselves and don't love you loving yourself, and that's just basic stuff. That's not nothing new. Patricia, we are everything. We have everything, and there's a place for everything. Everything is just light and dark. Some people have the have the understanding to fight. Some have the understanding to not. Yes, yes. And if y'all have not, friend, I know Patricia Dancing Elk Walls. Um, Kelly and you guys know him. Y'all, let's do this. If there's anything that I like about my online galleries is that I get to link up people. That makes me feel good because I know a lot of different people, and I love a lot of different people. Hey, Karen Young Bonner. Yes, 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 yes. I'm glad you're on, Karen. So glad to have you here. And I love your work. I love everyone's work. Whatever's coming out of North Carolina there, y'all are doing it. And I want to let you know that y'all are doing it. But, North Carolina's been my second home for years. So they're doing their thing out there. And I love them for it. Uh, it's not easy right now to hold space for people right now. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's difficult. Um, maybe you find different ways of holding space. See, sometimes as we get older, uh, linear in this lifetime, we forget that we don't have to do all the heavy lifting anymore. You know, I'm saying that to me and a lot of people on this panel, on this live. You don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting anymore. You're needed at a higher level. You're needed. And we all are needed at a higher level. Now, to a lot of people, that'll be like, oh, I'm going to teach. That's my higher level. No, I think you need to build. I think you need to build. I think you need to build. Then teach. And building doesn't mean a physical build, always. I think you need to build your spiritual house. You need to build with your students. I build with my students. All of my students, most of them, if not 95% of them, they'll tell you, I have my own business. I'm in the field. I'm building. Why? Because that's how I am. Everyone has a unique gift. They have a unique socket. And my socket is, for my students, is teaching them about spirituality and also teaching them to sustain themselves. And authenticity. That's the one. You have to be an authentic about this. You just cannot help people and you're not authentic. Right now, that's going to come down crashing. Excuse me, my dog is really. Um, that's going to come down crashing. So you have to be authentic. So how do you teach people how to be authentic? It's very easy if you've been authentic. If you've been authentic. It's very easy. And because what it is that um, it's a walk. It's not a talk. It's a walk. And a lot of us out here, we've shown our vulnerability to people. And I don't even like to use that word. Another friend told me, he said, Lawrence, sometimes you show your vulnerability. I'm like, it's not really my vulnerability. It's not. It isn't. If I was really get vulnerable with you, you'd definitely know it. I'd definitely tell you. But no, it's not my vulnerability. It's my truth. It's my truth. It's my truth. It's my truth. It's the truth. I don't have a judgment. It happened. It's the truth. This is what I got out of it. Listen, follow people who can tell you their process. You know, all we're in this position now where we're teaching everyone and stuff like that. With my students, I show them my process. This is where I came from. A lot of these people that are on this Facebook Live, I know where they came from. We were sitting in the same place. I know where they came. When I refer them, Patricia Danson Elks Walls and Kelly and Asha, when I'm referring people to them, I know them. It's not like, oh, I don't, oh, they just, no, I saw their process. They saw my process. And at any given time, if this was not where we were not, if we were not supposed to be divinely on this path, trust, we would have given up. Some of this stuff has knocked out the strongest of people, and we're still standing. It's not that we're standing because we wanted to stand. We're standing because it was meant to be. It was meant to be. And so we teach those who are coming along the path, like, Lawrence, how do you deal with, let's just get real, how do you deal with your finances? It's difficult. It's not impossible. It's not something that I'm not, it's just difficult. Sometimes it can be difficult. Yeah. Sometimes the universe doesn't need me to work like that. I have to work something else. Because this is a shift. There's a lot of things for me to learn. I don't need to be in one position all the time. Sometimes I got to move to a different position. I got to do a little something differently. Like, people didn't even know I was a claims adjuster. I'd be up on people's roofs and they'll be like, Lawrence, you on my roof? Yeah, I'm on your roof. Because I need to get this, I need to do this. I like to get up high and, service is, for me, because I do this type of service, if I'm doing something else, I'm choosing to do it. I'm choosing my type of service that heals me. And my type of service was helping people in storms if they lost their home. And of course, I like to be outside all the time. I'll get on top of a roof in a minute. At that point, I was on top of roofs with people that were my son's age. But I loved it because I got to help the people. I got to let them know, hey, it's going to be okay. And when I'm done with it, I go back to reading. I've done readings and claim adjusting in the same, and it's sitting in my truck. I had two phones. Like, okay, what's this? That's how I'm built. I like to help people. And sometimes right now, when you're doing this type of work, just healing work that you're doing, you may need a break, and that's what I usually do. I have to take a break from my mind. I'm human. I'm also, I have different bodies, but I'm also honoring my human, my brain, how much I can take in. And I have to tell you this because when I started, I took in everything. I was there. And so right now, I'm teaching from the mistakes I made. I'm teaching from the mistakes I made, and I'm giving that lesson in that direction. So, yes, I'm glad I have a lot of people on, and I'm glad that the people are light workers, and we can have this conversation. Are there any questions? I think I've covered a lot. Oh, yeah, Charlisa needs to meet with Kelly. And Karen, I don't know if Karen is in where you are. Ethel needs to meet with Ethel. Could you please meet with Kelly or Asha, please? Ethel's an old college friend of mine. Rest. Yes, rest is always going to be vital. Right now, if I were you, And if you can, I know it could be dangerous, but if it, don't let it be dangerous. Sleep outside. Okay. Sleep sleep outside. If you can't remember your dreams, go put your mattress, go make a pad, put it on the patio, you know, or whatever, and sleep outside. Trust me. We are headed that way. We are headed that way. Trust me. They are life changers. Asha, Karen, Nikki, and I are, yes, they are life changers. Yes, they are. Yes. The team North Carolina, it ain't no joke. They're no joke over there in North Carolina. So Team North Carolina is always going to be, they're no joke. And if there was any, and I'm going to say this because I have them all. We don't really get to come together as much. But I do want to say this to Asha, and I want to say this to Kelly and all the others that have been with them for a very long time, Karen or Nikki and the others. Um, I've never seen a group of women work so well together for so long. Period. That right there. I've never seen a group of women work together so long and do so much good work together, and um, teach so many people. So I'm lucky, really, to mentor them years and years ago, to see their growth, to see their financial growth. And what I mean by financial, I mean they're taking care of things. They're taking things. Healing people is expensive. I don't think you understand how expensive healing people is. It's a very expensive endeavor. The classes alone are very expensive. If you choose to go that path, the traveling alone is very expensive. The energy to repair is very expensive. The tools, the tables, to me, it's expensive. Um, and so when you're able to share at such a capacity as they did, you tend to follow the other women. I think need to follow them. I think they need they need to understand. Or I probably am saying this, Asha and Kelly and Karen and Nikki, why don't you give a workshop on how you guys work together? I'm sure that'll be quite beneficial to a lot of younger people who are needing to come together and pool their resources and make it happen. I think it's Mia on here. Where is Mia? Where is Mia? I think I've seen her on here. Mia Lucky, you need to meet with Kelly. Satara, please, if you're still on here, you need to meet with Kelly, um, and Asha and Karen. I would. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on, because I got another question. I got. You're welcome. You're quite welcome, Asha. You and Kelly deserve everything that I said and more. Jay, I've been busy in my dreams. I'm exhausted. I'm awake, and now I've been dealing. Um, I've been. I know I've been with my grandma. My cousin has passed away. I'm doing a lot of that. I feel I'm being friends. Yes, yes, yes. Hmm. Jay, I saw the post. We'll talk. Yes, you have been busy. We'll talk. Asha, listen. I think we can already work on something right here. So, I would love for Asha and Kelly to come to Dallas. Patricia, Satara, Patricia or Satara, but Satara is. I don't even know if Satara is here because I don't think she's gotten here yet. Um, Karen, um, I really would like for you guys to come out um, and teach something. Um, please, this is an open invitation. Um, Patricia is, my sister is the one, she's the one. and everybody knows she's the one. So she's the one. So um, you guys need to set something up and come into Dallas. I will do what I have to do. I'm no longer doing a lot of events like that, but I will make sure this one is put together. Could you please make whatever I we need, Nikki? With yes, whatever you need to do, could you please? Now I will say this: Satara is here. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay, Satara is here, so we need Satara because I didn't know she had gotten here yet. Oh, I will say this. Um, Give us something that I know we don't have. The reason why I know we don't have it because I have to go to North Carolina to get it. So blow us away. Give it to us. These women and men are ready for it. I will organize it. It will happen. All you have to do is give me what you want. And I say you need to get here real soon. Yes. Well, you need to get here real soon. Like you did September. Yes. Yes. It's already done. Sister already did it. She says my volume to yeah, boom, boom, boom. Okay. You need to get if you can, get here the end of this month or the beginning of next month. I mean, well, July, the end of July or the beginning of next month. We don't really need a lot of time. We just need a day or two. So please get to us. Um, is there a question? Hit me with another question. Hit me with another question. You're welcome, Karen. Hit me with another question. Okay. Yeah, she is. They are. Lanita at Allison at the Blackland Ranch is amazing host. She is, but um, Patricia, let's show them something. Let's show them Dallas. I think they're coming. Charlotte is coming for Dallas, and I think you're gonna work with me on that. But Charlotte is coming from that. This could be done at the lake if it has to be. But this is an urban thing. It's not an urban, but it's a Kiki Lachey. You got a question? Who Kiki Lachey? You got a Karen? Did you write that? Okay. Um. Uh. Let's plan them because they roll out some interesting things that passerbyers can just take advantage of. People just happen to be at the lake. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. How can you quiet the mind when meditating? Yes, I'm glad you said that. It's called brown noise, and uh, you can look it up on YouTube. I talked about it earlier in this live event. I talked about it earlier, but I'm glad you brought it back up because um, what it does is that it quiets the mind. It takes out the thoughts. We now have learned sound therapy so well that we actually know the frequency that removes the thoughts. Brown noise is like, hold on, let me see if I can show it to you. Okay. Okay. And this should, let me see. Okay. Everyone can use this. Yes. So if we look at some brown noise, that would help out a lot. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go if you don't have any. Miss you too, Nikki. Nikki, we haven't seen each other in so long. Nikki, you're gonna have to come out to. In fact, the last time I saw you was at the lake. I actually have a picture the last time I saw you too. I baptized you against the tree. That was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. Yeah, that was 10 years ago. So Nikki, we need to meet, but I think when we meet, it will be. Um, Let me see if it sounds like waves. Hold on one moment. I think it needs to be at an event or something, Nikki. But I think we're gonna come together. Let's see. Hold on one moment. I have to see. I can't hear the. I can't hear it. It's called brown noise for sleeping. It just sounds like this. So let me. Yes, it does sound like waves. Yes. Oh, 5 years? Wait a minute. It hasn't been 5 years. Sounds like 5 years? Yeah, 10. It's been 10, Nikki. Yes. And if you, the people say, the beings say people talk to people about the shadow. The beings say talk to people about the shadow people. Okay. All right. We're going to talk about the shadow people. The shadow people are people in another dimension. It's more than one way that a shadow is formed in our dimension, and a shadow person is formed in our dimension. Um, the shadow people, um, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. We are shadow people to other people in higher dimensions. When we go to their dimensions, we cast a shadow because we don't cast the light there. We cast a shadow. And I'll probably thank you, Patricia, but I'll get into more of that. But thank you. Someone needed to hear just that part. I'm sure they just need to hear that part. Sounds like being. I love you. Says, hey Heidi. Heidi ordered my water. I hope you got it. I sent it out. Heidi has some Jordan water. So guys, please get some Jordan water. This actually works. This actually will help a lot of your understanding and your understanding. And you can order it on the website. I'm going to give it right now. I'm going to give you the website right now and just order. I have a sale going on right now with 2 bottles for $35. So you're saving 15 bucks on that. So um, go order my water. Uh, all right, let's see. If Yeah, I miss you, Heidi. I love your session. I mean, Heidi and I go back. Oh my gosh, 15 years at least, 20. I don't know. I've known her and her daughter. Before her daughter got married and had kids. Yeah. Um. Okay, gang. I'm going to go. Dimensional reality bleeds over. They wanted you to talk about it because people are seeing them and freaking out. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Um. There are people that Patricia was Dancing Elk Walls was talking about the reality, the dimensional bleeds. The dimensional bleeds are when you see something, you could even feel something. Um, Now, some people may freak out because they're not used to understanding other creatures, other beings penetrating their physical realm. Doesn't mean that they're not used to other creatures, but they generally go to them, and now they're coming. Well, they're bleeding together. We're going to see a lot more of this happening. Um, we're going to see a lot more of things happening in urban areas where people um, have left the planet and repetitively in one area. These are holes in the dimensions, and beautiful divine holes of information. Um, we penetrate the dimensions to sometimes get information for light, but you can draw a shadow entity towards you. But it could be you. It could be you. I'm a firm believer in seeing if this creature is not you. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. But I'm a firm believer in the creature is not you. The creature is you. Like there are a lot of times when you have like shadow entities that come to you, they are a part of your evolution, meaning you were like that 4 or 5 lifetimes ago. We are choosing to be light. And the reason why we're choosing to be light is because we came out of darkness. Does it make your body hurt? Does shadow make your body hurt? Like, does the shadow make your body? Um, what? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Does it make your body? Like, um, let's see. Does it make your body hurt? Okay. Oh, when you see them? No, well, it can. There are certain things that come and they pull from the below the root chakra, and it hurts. It hurts. It does. But it doesn't kill you. But they are painful interaction. The dimensions, no. The dimensions doesn't hurt. Um, you going from one to the other. That's why people wake up at 4 a.m. because they're going from the third dimension to the fourth dimension, so it doesn't hurt. But people, I'm going to rest. So I've been on, and so I'm going to take a little bit of a rest. And I'm going to continue to do these every so often. I think I might have one Saturday. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling like I might have one Saturday. So stay posted. I love you all. Um, purchase my water, Jordan Water. I've been making it for 15 years. Most of you've had it multiple times. Um, and I'll see you soon. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.